Hi everybody, this is Shane Monroe, and today we are going to look at the monetization of LEGO 2K Drive. Innocent, cute game for the kids, or a night on the town for Satan? Isn't that special? Don't trust me, if you don't get that, ask your parents. They'll think it's hilarious. All right, so we're gonna look at the monetization. We're gonna look, is it pay to win? Let's find out together, stick around. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and get started here. Obviously, some of the reviews of this game have been absolutely scorching. I've been playing this game for 3 or 4 hours now on various devices, and I'm having a really good time with it. So it would break my heart to find out that this was somehow tarnished with pay-to-win stuff. But I've had an opportunity. I've spent about an hour going through all the monetization, and I think I can answer the questions for you. So where the evil starts in Unky's Emporium, this is where the dollars and cents are spent. So as with any game that features monetization, you're going to deal with currency exchanges and a plethora of other nonsense. So let's see what we got here. So bundle and save. By purchasing a bundle, you can save bucks when compared to purchasing all items individually. That's kind of nice. Already own something. If you purchase a bundle and already own some of the content, you will only be charged for the items in the bundle you don't already own. But do you get them at a discount? They don't really talk about that. Content in weekly and featured refreshes regularly. If you don't get what you want, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it'll come back later. Cosmetics, bricks, brick packs, drivers, flares, stickers, and sounds do not affect gameplay and are cosmetic only. But that's not the only thing you can spend money on, and therein lies a potential problem. Now, of course, we have the Drive Pass. Street Pass, Battle Pass, Drive Pass, My Pass, Your Pass. Everybody has to have a pass now. More monetization. A couple things worth looking at here, though. One, you can buy a full year in advance, and the full year will cost you 40 bucks. You can buy that right now, even though you can't actually use any of the 4 seasons yet. Now, what's really interesting about this is seasons, like you think there's 4 seasons in the year, right? Spring, summer, winter, and fall. But in the video gaming world, a season is like 8 weeks. So they can fit a lot of seasons in a year at 10, 15 bucks a hit. Also, during most season packs, you are also required to play in a given time frame. According to this, the Drive Pass seasons do not have time limits. Pick up and play each season at your own pace. So that separates them a little bit more from the general evil that has infected video games up to this point. All right. So if we go to the home screen and we take a look at featured, so this is the fear of missing out line, right? So you have 23 hours to make the decision if you want to buy one of these. Now you can see here, everything here is cosmetic. There's people, there's vehicles, right? I'm going to call these blueprints because that's kind of what they are. And then you have, furniture, accessories, things of that nature. Then you have bundles. Bundles are also on a timer. And if you go into these bundles, you'll see things like add-ons like Stabby Stinger here and a person that you can buy. Again, nothing that affects the game, and so that's pretty good. Now, can you get that stinger by playing the game? Not sure yet. Probably in the battle passes. Pretty much anything that you buy will probably be in the driver pass at some point in time. There's a lot of cosmetic things here, like that giant skull. I can tell you now, having been inside the creator, that skull's not available for you to build this car. If you want the skull car, you got to buy the skull car. The skull car doesn't have any, if we take a look here, take a look. Here's the skull car is a massive, it's very heavy, and you can see the different stats there in the upper right. Can I use the mouse right now? No. So if you look at the stats in the upper right, they'll tell you that this car has bonuses in some locations, but also downgrades in other things, right? It also tells you your weight, which probably has to do with your speed. So it also has something that says hurtling to oblivion. There's something you want to pay real close attention to. That's not something that you can add to the car yourself. It has to be purchased. Faster heal over time, all other means of healing are reduced. So they give you something, but they take something away. So there's some of the balancing involved. But it's important to note, if you look at that little bones down there at the bottom right, that's going to tell you that this vehicle offers something that you can't assign to the vehicle yourself if you made it yourself. Also, those stats are the same way. We'll get back to that in just a minute. So if we take a look at the weeklies, this is the all fear of missing out stuff. If you go to the store proper, then you'll get to see everything that's available all the time. So you have street cars, you have off-road vehicles, water vehicles, different drivers you can buy, right? And you can be sure that at some point in time, we are going to get not just cute named characters, but we're also going to get licensed characters, right? You're going to be able to get Michael Knight in here. You're going to be able to buy Kit as a Knight Rider car. All these things are going to happen. Now, whether you can get all of these through the course of the game is unknown. Again, my guess is these things will all appear as Battle Pass items. Flares, again, things that you can add, but they aren't exactly, there's nothing that modifies the games. If you take a look at one of these, some of these things can be activated during boosting. So when you boost, a red light flashes, to give you an example. Stickers, you know, standard flare crap. Brick packs. So here's where you can get things that you normally wouldn't be able to use. So you get a whole set of basic bricks, but then you also get these brick packs that you can purchase, just like real Legos, honestly, that you can add things to the vehicles that you wouldn't normally have access to. Engines. Okay, so engines, by the way, are sounds. If you listen, we'll actually play some of these sounds, and you can, the engines don't change anything. None of these engines actually make your car faster or anything like that. They're just another cosmetic. Okay. What else? Is that the end of it? Horns. Same idea here, right? So you can play the horns. I imagine we're going to get themed horns. We're going to get tie-in horns to Stranger Things. You name it, we'll probably get it. So there's nothing in here that immediately says, ooh, scary. Now, if we go through the vehicles, though, you see I already bought one. I spent money to do this video so that I could show you what's going on. Why did I buy this? Well, one, because it's very bizarre looking, and two, look at the little pickaxe on the left, the pink pickaxe. Rusty's Conundrum. Full boost deals more damage, but take more damage when it isn't. Once again, it's one of those little modifiers, and not all the cars have them. It's just an extra little modifier. There's another one. Doubles EMP charge, but respawn time is longer. So you can't, I don't think, at least I don't think so. I don't think there's any way to get those special features. I don't even know what to call them, features. I don't know how to get those features without paying for it. So is that pay to win? Maybe, because somebody who buys cars with those modifications on them may have an advantage, but maybe not. None of these, no shields, but boosts last longer. So they're balancing off the bonus features by giving you something derogatory with it. Right? And you can see here's another one. Faster drift to boost fill, boost burns faster. Handling suffers. So they try to temper everything special with something that degrades the quality of that particular feature. Now, what we really need to, so far so good, right? I mean, okay, so we're a little sus on the whole special features thing, right? There doesn't appear to be any way to get the hottest sauce on a different vehicle, only this one. So that's pay to, I don't know. It's not really pay to win, because will this make you win? It's a feature. I don't know. Now the stats in the upper right-hand corner though, right? +3, +3, -6, -12. Here's where things get the sketchies. Now, one of the reasons I actually bought that car is so that I could bring it into my garage and take a better look at it. Don't worry, we're going to get to the monetization thing, or the money and currency things in just a minute. But let's go to the garage and take a look at the vehicle that I have versus vehicles you can make yourself. Okay, so here are the ones that are unlocked. These are cars that I've achieved during the course of playing the game. Here is the car that I bought. So let's take a look. So if I were to select this, I can modify, test drive it, equip it, and instructions on, if you look at the instructions, just in case you guys were wondering how this works, it'll essentially show you how to build it with the pieces involved, right? So that's kind of cool. Let's go back to the showroom. So So that's one thing, right? So you get a blueprint as well as the vehicle. All right. So let's now take a look at modify. Here's where some of the mystery meat lies. So here's the vehicle, and this is kind of cool. Listen, if you're into Legos, man, if I were like 15, this game would have blown my mind. I mean, being able to build anything you want, however you want, unbelievably cool. So those stats in the upper right-hand corner, how do you get those? Therein is the question. So if I change the wheels on this car, will any of those stats change? The answer is no. So literally I could disassemble this thing down to a steering wheel, chassis, and wheels, and it would have the exact same stats as if you had this big giant cone on the front. Not super realistic, but that's the way it is. So what about those stats? If it's not the vehicle's construction that's dictating the stats, what is? Yeah, you probably figured this out already, but let's go ahead and go through the effort anyway. Notice that within the context of this vehicle, you only have 4 options. But if you go back to a vehicle that you've created, whoa, lots more options, including this one, stats. And here, my friends, is where you start to question 2K and their sanity, if you will. So the second you see the dollar bill show up, the bucks at the bottom, you know you're going to be paying for something. So here are the stats. These are all stats that I own. And you can see there are, these are practically worthless stats. Move over one. Now we've got some interesting stats, but they're 800 bucks a piece. Go again. Now you've got the strong pedal stats, but you have to buy them. And therein is probably a problem that some people are going to call pay to win. Now you notice there's not a lot to buy here, and the money that they're asking for, like 800, you can earn that very quickly, very easily. So even if you wanted them all, in this case, there's only certain ones that you can even get. It's limited and it's tit for tat. So -6 + 6 -3 + 6. You can't build these stats yourself. You can also sort by acceleration, handling, and health. So you can choose sort of what you want to look at. And the nice thing about this is it lets you customize the vehicle to your particular tastes, but you still can't give yourself +6 across the board. So is it pay to win? No, maybe. I have to buy this one if I want that stat pack, but maybe I get it on another car that I already own. It's really complicated. It's very confusing. And that's what monetization is supposed to do. Frighten and confuse you so that, you think that you have to buy stuff to get what you want. So that is what you can buy that might be considered shady. I would call it sleazy, athletic sleazy. I would not call it predatory though, because all the you can't build the stats to your specs. You have to buy one that they've already previously leveled. All right, so last thing we need to look at, of course, is the shell game that is the monetization. We have 2 forms of currency here. We have brick bucks, which I'm just going to call bucks from now on, and we have coins. So far, I have not seen a single coin able to be purchased or able to be picked up or received for free. You do get bucks for free, though. All right, so let's go to the trade center and see just how this works. So brick bucks are what you buy things with. All those things you saw in the store. You cannot buy the pass though. So you can't use brick bucks to buy the pass, nor can you use coins to buy the pass. The pass is for cash only, which I find kind of interesting. So if you want more bucks, you can't buy bricks bucks. You have to buy coins, which then can be turned into bricks bucks. And this is where the nasty little shuffle comes from. So let me give you an example, and I can use this example because I actually paid for it. So let's real quick, we don't need to quit. We can just go to the store. So let's go to that vehicle that I bought. Is it still available? Here we go. The Gold Driller Street Car. Now that car, when I purchased it, was 14,000 bricks bucks. Now let's say I had 0 brick bucks to start with, and I would like to purchase 14,000 bricks bucks to buy this car. I don't want anything left over. I want to pay enough money to buy enough brick bucks to buy this car. All right, well, let's take a look. We need 14,000. So you can see where this is going to go, right? So what you need is one of these and three of these. Four of these, sorry. One of these, 10,000 plus 4,000 of the small bricks transfers. So what does that cost? One for 500, 50 per thousand. I need four of them, so that's 200 coins. So I need a total of 700 coins. What can't you buy? You can't buy 700 coins. So you have to buy, so sucky, man. So you have to buy two of these or one of these. That's your only choice if you want to get the brick bucks that you need to buy an item. Meaning you will always have leftover coins unless you transfer everything to bricks bucks, and then you'll have leftover bricks bucks. This is par for the course. This is not 2K. This is not anything we haven't seen before. Predatory? Slightly, but everybody's guilty of it, so it's really hard to call 2K out on it. This shuffle game is why I hate microtransactions. How about you just tell me, how about you just let me type in how many bricks bucks I want, and then you tell me what that converts to in cash. But no. We can't do that. So as you can see by my count in the upper right up there, I started off with like 2,200 bricks bucks. I bought some coins. I believe I bought 1,100 coins. I don't remember what I did. I recorded the whole thing, so maybe I'll splice it in here. Point being is I had to buy coins to get what I wanted. When I converted the coins to bucks, I had not only coins left, but I didn't want to convert to bucks yet, because who knows, maybe coins can be spent on something else later. So I'm going to keep a cache of those coins as well. So I've got leftover coins and I have leftover bucks. Then eventually I'll spend the bucks, of course, and I can always make more. So what does this cost? Right? You're probably looking at this big stack and thinking it's $100. That's exactly what I thought. But if we go in and take a look, this is $50. Don't you love that you have to pay tax on this? It's absolutely ridiculous. How many bricks bucks does 6,500 coins get you? Well, it gets you 100,000, leaving 2,000 left over, which you could then buy four of these. So that's 40,000. So 140,000 brick bucks for $50. Whew. Boy, I tell you what, you think you didn't need algebra? You know, your math teacher like said to you in high school, hey, you might need algebra for something. And you said, no, I'll never need it for anything. That's kind of what you need it for, is to figure out monetization of microtransactions. And so if we didn't want to buy that much, what are we talking about? Okay, so that's $30, which is still, that's a lot of bank, man. And then what's the lowest denomination cost you? So it's $5. So funny. It's $5 for 500, which 500 coins for 10,000 bricks bucks. Does it leave an opening for absolute pay to win later? You bet. Right now, at this moment in time of when this video was made, it does not appear to be a pay to win scenario. So if you're buying this for a solo experience, it doesn't even matter. If you're buying it for multiplayer, it does not appear that there's a way to pay to win. Just pay to get different statistics that could be abused in the future. Thanks everybody for watching so much. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell. Nag, but it helps the channel. Please leave a comment below. If I missed something, if you know of some way that this game is being predatory as of today, please let me and my viewers know. I will be more than happy to add it to the description so that people get an accurate representation of this game. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Thanks always so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.